Hi, welcome to the Danny and Carrie Show. I'm Danny.
And I'm Carrie.
And this is our second episode of Cooks with Books. And today we are going to be, we have the cookie dough, sugar cookies, already mixed up. We're just gonna add some flour, spread it out, and I have all of these cookie cutters that are seasonal and that one. So this is what we're gonna use because that's what we got.
Yep.
Woo. And so, Carrie, what are we gonna be talking about like today for our books? Like, what's the topic?
So the topic today is what we've currently read and what we're currently reading.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Hi, this is Carrie from the future. We didn't realize we talked for 1 hour, so we had to split this video into 2 parts. So, welcome to part 1. I hope you enjoy the video.
Alright, so if you want to go up first, I'm going to start putting some flour down and getting this puppy spread out.
Dang. So right after I read Tiger's First Saga, I decided to take a break from fantasy and do a little horror.
Which is crazy. You know what? I'm not going to lie. Like, taking a break from fantasy is hard.
It really was,
It
but
is.
honestly, I was really excited for this book. I had bought it
Yeah, you were talking about it for a bit.
for a while, and I was like, all right, I really want to read this, so, yeah. So, I read Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison, and I'm not going to say anything else about it, okay, because I think this one needs to go in our October special for Halloween, for spooky season, and yeah, it deserves its own episode.
Fine. I will allow it only because you're excited about it. But
Yes.
otherwise, not. Okay, so I'm just going to spread this out. You want to rolling pin this up, and
Yeah.
here's some flour. You're probably going to need it because it's pretty, like,
I'm
buttery.
gonna take my wedding ring off just so I'm not like getting
Let me-
it gum up. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just rinse my hands a little bit and wash off before I get my book because I don't want to get my book dirty.
No, we don't want that.
No, we do not. Okay, so I am also going to be referencing my reading journal a little bit because it kind of helps me follow along. So I, in the month of August, I guess, have completed the series. Let's get to my August here. In August, I completed Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, and Chain of Thorns, the Last Hours trilogy. So I've got all 3 books right here, but I'm gonna go over each one kind of individually. So first, I'm gonna start with Chain of Gold. And Chain of Gold, it follows Cordelia Carstairs, and she has come to the London Institute. If you don't already know, this is a Shadowhunters series, and this is in like the 1900s. So like chronologically, it happens right after the Infernal Devices. So the one with Will, the one with Jem and Tessa. So this is actually about their kids, and it is so cool. I mean, I'll do my final thoughts on the series once I get to the 3rd book. But for this first book, let me just get to the page that I had done. So on Chain of Gold, oh yes, so Cordelia's mom wants her to get married. And because she has to, wants her to basically kind of save the family name because there has been some family drama and whatnot. So Cordelia is not of that. She does not want to do that. She is like, so here's the quote it actually just said. This is just on page 34, so we're not too far in. So she was not against the idea of marrying, but it had to be the right person. It had to be for love. It would not be as a part of a bargain to reduce her family's shame when her father had done nothing wrong. She would use her cleverness and bravery, not with the sale of herself as a bride. And I just liked that because I was like, you know what, Cordelia? She ain't doing it. she's like, I'm going to use my wit and my smarts and basically kind of solve that problem. And that's just one of the many problems that are going on. And so it's James and Lucy Herondale. And
Hey.
yeah. So it's, oh my goodness. And so there's a whole, it follows all of those characters. So James and Lucy are Tessa and Will's children. And
Spoiler alert for if you're reading Infernal Devices, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
because you should read. Well, would you say they should read Infernal Devices first, or?
Well, I mean, you know what, 100% I would. But on Cassandra Clare's website, it does say you can start with any single one of them.
Okay, so they're kind of like standalone series.
They are, but they interconnect. So it's technically not spoiler because it's the beginning of that. And it does say, this is true, I've been on this website many times, people. It does say you can start with any of the ones that like you want with. But yes, I guess that is a bit of
Alright.
a spoiler if you're...
If you're gonna read Infernal Devices, which I highly recommend, that one is one of my favorites out of like so far that I've read, because I only read Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices, and Infernal Devices is the best
Yeah,
so far.
But
you hyped this one up.
I'll agree. I'll give my little things after that.
But yeah, you've hyped this one up, so I'm so excited to dive into this one. So
I will also say I would recommend reading the Bane Chronicles as well before reading
oh
this.
yeah, I got to do that too. It's so much to read.
I
so
know,
little
I
time.
Oh my goodness, and I could talk so much about like kind of what this book is about and kind of get into it and whatnot, but we don't have all day for that. And
Yeah.
as you can see, there's quite a lot of books for us to talk about. So anyways, Chain of Gold, mostly focused on Cordelia and her struggles going through this family drama that's going on. Of course, there's other characters that are involved and part of the group as well. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next books. Go ahead, Karen.
That's awesome. I stopped rolling because I was like, I do not want to roll this way too much. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Okay, good.
So I'm just gonna grab one of the pans that I pre-parchment papered up. And I'm just gonna do some various, we're doing various.
Okay.
Yeah, because these cookies are just for friends and family, and they will probably be confused. But it's okay.
I mean,
That's
they're-
okay.
They're cookies in shapes, and I like cookies in shapes.
That's right.
So I just look.
Nobody's
actually,
gonna complain about
you know what?
free cookies.
Yeah, I like cookies in general. So
Yeah.
anyway, so the next book that I'm going to talk about is Atmosphere. I don't have it with me because I read it through audiobook.
You
But you
listened
have
to it.
Yeah, I listened to it. So, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate, but that's okay because my opinion of it. Because if you've watched our video before, Danielle talked about it. So I checked it out, and I'm glad that it got through audiobook because the narrators, there's two women that narrates the characters. They
Oh,
did
there
a
is?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
cool.
they did a fantastic job, especially with like some of the emotions and like some of the scenes. They just brought so emotion to it that you felt for the characters and you kind of liked them a little bit better. And some of them you were like, yeah, get him, get him. But yeah.
Yeah, the torches.
Yeah, get
Who
him.
were we getting? Was it Barbara?
Yeah,
Yeah,
get Barbara. But anyways, but I rated it 3 out of 5. I didn't like it. I found it was kind of boring. It got really interesting, I think, towards the end. There was some stuff that was cool, like with the spaceships and whatever. But when it got to some of the relationships, it was just kind of like, okay, you know, they're kind of building a relationship, whatever. The only ones I really cared
That's
about.
important things.
I know, but like the only ones that I really cared about was the aunt and the niece.
Okay.
That was fantastic. I loved it. And I also like the parts with and I don't want to spoil it in case someone does want to read it. it kind of explored a relationship between same-sex partners, and like them like finding out that they were in love with each other, and it was just their struggle to kind of be together, because I guess in that time it was kind of frowned upon.
It was, yeah, because that was in the 1980s. Yeah.
Yes, and they talked about the struggles for women too in that industry, and that was interesting too, and very inspirational. You kind of feel for these characters when they're in a relationship, because you're like, I want you guys to be in love, and I want you to be able to experience that kind of love with each other as same as everybody else. Like, why can't you do that? But you know, they were afraid of being judged and losing their jobs and stuff. And I can kind of understand that, and it's frustrating, and you're like almost like yelling, like, why does this have to happen? Kind of deal.
I know,
and
it is.
It's so unfair.
It really kind of opens your eyes, like, in many ways.
Yeah,
it's
to that
like,
kind of
why does
struggle.
the world have to be like that?
Exactly. Like, I hate that. Like, if two consenting adults love each other, like, and they're not hurting anybody, they're not hurting themselves, like, can we just let them be happy? You know? Anyways.
But it was,
Yeah, and
I think I gave it a 4.
yeah, you gave it a 4.
Yeah.
I give it a 3 out of 5. It's not my type of genre, so if that kind of genre isn't yours, I wouldn't recommend it. And if you do want to check it out, I would recommend the audiobook. It was really good. But other than that, yeah.
Who were the two actors voicing?
I can't remember. I thought it was the actual author voiced one of the characters, but now I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I think I might have lied on that one to you.
oh wow!
So I don't wanna give some
I was
false
gonna listen
information.
to it. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, yeah, so that was my other read.
Okay. I am like, oh my gosh, some of these are like falling apart because the dough is like so.
Yeah, it's like smoosh, like
Yeah.
soft.
You know what?
What?
Is there so much butter?
Butter me up, Buttercup.
Yeah, so I am gonna put this last bat on the tray.
Oh no, he lost a wing!
I'll put it back
He's
on.
wingless.
We're sewing it back on. There
Instead
we
of
go.
toothless, he's wingless.
There we go. So there's that one. If you want to start on the next one, Carrie,
Sure.
get
We'll
that up for
we'll
you.
swap
Yeah,
spots
let me
here.
just rinse my hands. Next up, I've got Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. So this is book 2 in the Last Hours trilogy. I have just got to say, first of all, I could not stop oogling about how pretty this book is.
I really love the covers.
Oh,
And-
I am not gonna lie. I think this is the prettiest book, other than like my special editions, like of the hardcover stuff. But this is the prettiest book I own. I think.
I don't know. I think you're Light Lark.
Well, Light Lark is the collector's edition, so that's
Oh,
different.
yeah.
That doesn't count. But because like compared to just like any regular book, I think this is just so beautiful. Anyways, so on the front of this book is Cordelia Carstairs. On the front of this book is Lucy Herondale. So I would say this really follows, and one of the reasons I really love this series so much is because it doesn't follow just one or two characters. Like, I feel more Instruments was mostly like Clary, Jace, kind of a little bit of Isabel and Alec, but not really.
Yeah.
The Infernal Devices was the 3, Jem, Tessa, and Will. And then in this book, it actually follows the group of kids. So in the group, there is Lucy Herondale and James Herondale. And I guess I will say before I continue going on that if you do want to read the Infernal Devices, you should probably pause and skip over this part into where I talk about, or when Carrie goes into her next book, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. Okay, So now we got the warnings kind of out of the way. So the characters in this book, so obviously Cordelia, I would say Cordelia is the predominant character throughout the story. And then there is, so James and Lucy Herondale. And then Cordelia has a brother named Alistair. There's also Thomas Lightwood and Christopher Lightwood, Anna Lightwood, and Ari Bridgestock, which is Ariadne. I think that's her full name. And then there's Matthew Fairchild and Charles Fairchild. And honestly, those are like,
crap.
I'm telling you, those are probably, so.
You keep dropping these names and I'm like, I recognize that. I recognize that. That's awesome.
So Charles is probably not one of the main, but all of the other names that I mentioned, it goes between all of their different point of views and different things that they're going on and struggling with. Each of them have something going on in their lives that they're working through on a personal level, and things that are happening in the story that kind of come up. The kind of big problem of the story is the issue of who is James and Lucy's grandfather.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, because you mentioned that it's the Carstairs, so I was kind of like, hey, who are they related to kind of deal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so you'll find out more of that as you read the story, but really, really, really good book. This actually, this is 5 out of 5. I rated The Chain of Gold 4 out of 5 stars. Amazing book. There's a certain part of this book that I just found was really just nice. There's a romantic aspect to it. There was a certain couple that I had just really fallen in love with, and in this book made me fall in love with them so much more that I wanted not to stop, essentially. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this one. And that is Chain of Iron, book 2. Oh, sorry, book 2. All right. My turn to take over. We're doing great.
I think so.
Good
I keep
job.
forgetting about the circle, though.
Oh, that's all. I'll do a couple circles. Those are easy. Thanks for making it easy.
You're welcome. So the next book that I read was, oh Lord,
Oh.
Light Lark, and thank you, Danielle, for letting me use your special edition, because this needs to be shown. Like, look how beautiful
It does.
this is.
It does. Show some of the images. On the cover.
Oh, on the cover.
No, or on the back cover, like the.
Oh.
Because it's got the rulers. The pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We got some artwork. Yeah, I bought the collector's edition unknowingly, and then.
Unknowingly? I thought you knew this.
Well, I did, but I didn't know the other ones didn't exist, and I never read the series and anything. Anyways, I just thought I'd try it. Fell in love instantly.
Yeah, this one is a high recommend. I think if you checked out our top 5 fantasies, I think this was close to your number 1, or was this on your top 5?
Oh, yes. It was my number 2, I think.
Number 2,
Yeah, because Book of Doors was number 1.
Right.
Oh, we're having a good video today!
Yeah, so anyways, she kept telling me, you need to read this. So of course I read it, and yeah, this one is probably on my top 10 maybe. Yeah, this one's really good. Definitely would reread. There's a couple of characters that I'm like, oh, I'm on that team.
Oh, I wonder
Heck
which
yeah.
team is that, Carrie Ann?
Yeah, I know, I like the bad boys.
So which team are you?
Can I say?
I think so.
Well, yeah, you know what? I'm on Team Grimm. There.
I'm Team Oro.
Yeah.
That's so not a surprise. Yeah, but listen, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, well, Grimm is a good guy too.
Yeah, I know. I don't dislike.
Understood.
He's misunderstood. I know. I don't dislike Grimm, but.
But
Anyways, yeah. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, Light Lark. Check out our top 5 video if you want more details on this. But yeah, you should read this one.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, excellent. I am gonna show you the third and final book of the Last Hours series by Cassandra Clare, and this one is Chain of Thorns. Now, again, just what a beautiful, this is a beautiful series. It's a
I
beautiful
would say
series,
that the
beautiful
covers on those ones are magnificent.
I love them. They're absolutely wonderful. So, this picture is of Grace Blackthorn. And, yeah. So, this book, I wouldn't say, like, even though each book has a picture of a girl, kind of like how in Infernal Devices, each book has a picture. One book has Will, the second book has Jem, and the third book has Tessa. It's not like it's really like heavily about one or the other. They just were more like themed. A lot of things happened about them. In those books, I felt like.
Yeah.
And I felt that same way. Like I felt like that first one, Chain of Gold, was like Cordelia's big moment. And then Lucy had a really big thing, a lot of crazy things happening in the second.
I'm sorry. I just have to show this bat had a moment.
Oh no. And then in Chain of Thorns, there was definitely a few things that happened around Grace Blackthorn. Now, Grace Blackthorn is an interesting character in this book. And again, I recommend for you to read the Magnus Bane Chronicles if you are a big Shadowhunters fan. If you are just looking to try, that's great.
That's magnificent.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well, we'll do a cut on that. Hang on.
Hang on just a moment.
To check on these.